Hey YouTube, it's Justin here, aka Demonic Sweaters. Today I wanted to show you guys my new streaming configuration electronic drum setup that I've been working on for the past a little over a week. One of the reasons why I haven't uploaded anything in a while is I've been very busy, hard at work at tweaking and configuring this setup here. And as you can see, I'm using my PDP electronic kit, and if you never saw the original video on this kit, you can check it out on my channel. But basically I converted this PDP Encore to electronic a while ago, and what I did here now is I stripped down some of the pieces or just reconfigured it a bit, and I want to go over everything that I'm going to be using on my stream, which is happening next Tuesday, May 7th at 3:30 p.m. Come in and check it out because I think it's going to be really cool. I'm going to be playing some new material, and I'm going to be using what I'm going to I can't talk. I'm going to be using what I'm going to show you right now. So, okay, so first off, starting with the kit, I got the PDP Encore converted to electronic using Drum Tech internal triggers on all the drums. I've got a Roland TD-17 module, but I'm not using any of the sounds out of there, and I'm not using a VST. So what am I doing? Well, I'll tell you that here in a second. Let's finish the drum kit tour first. So I've got, for hi-hats, some Roland VH10s, Lemon 16-inch crash here, Pintech, I believe this is an 8-inch splash cymbal, single zone splash, another Lemon 18-inch ride cymbal over here, 3-zone ride, and then a Lemon 14-inch 2-zone crash cymbal right here. Got the Iron Cobra double pedal down there. I'm not using a lot of double on this particular set. There's like one song, I think, where I'm doing it. Now over here to my left, I've got a Drum Cat by Alternate Mode DK10. This is a really old piece of tech right here, but these things are great. Basically, it's like a MIDI sample pad. It doesn't actually hold any sounds or anything in it, but it triggers MIDI, and all the pads are very sensitive. And what I'm doing with this is actually controlling my DAW, which you can see up there. And I recently switched back to using Linux 100%. I'm not using Mac or Windows anymore. I got really tired of Windows, trying to push this Copilot crap down my throat all the time, and Outlook and all that stuff. And I was a big Linux user years ago. And in fact, the first probably 5 or 6 Demonic Sweaters were produced 100% in Linux. And I switched to Windows a couple of years ago because I bought a new PC, and I just wanted to, I don't know, I figured I would start using Ableton again and stuff and just focus on that. But it got to me after a while, so now I'm back on Linux. And I'm really glad I did, because this actually sparked a bit of creativity in me that I haven't really had in a while. And so let's get on with what I'm doing with the drums here. So what's actually happening here is I have something called Ace Fluid Synth. Now this looks like nothing spectacular, but what actually this is a way that you can trigger something called sound fonts. And what a sound font is basically a single file that holds a bunch of samples. And I have been meticulously creating a sound font of various acoustic drums of mine, cymbals, gongs, percussion things, just going in and really tweaking it every day and just testing it and hooking it up to the kit here and controlling everything with my drum set. And it really is cool because I have absolute control over everything that I'm doing and how it triggers everything. And it's a really meticulous process, but it's coming out really cool. And I have basically several kits that are in the sound font. Well, actually there's 3 right now, but I'm working on a 4th one. And the way that I can change them is through MIDI channel. So all I have to do is change the MIDI channel either on the module or through the DAW. I could actually create, I haven't done this yet, but I probably will before the show. I can create program changes within the DAW in the backing tracks that will actually change my drum sound, as it gets to the appropriate song. So I don't even have to touch it, I don't have to do anything. It'll just change when it needs to change. And speaking of that, I don't have to touch the laptop at all during this performance because I'm using the drum cat over here as my controller. for the DAW. So what that means is I can actually start and stop using these two pads right here. This is my play button, this is my stop button. This will advance to the next track, and this will go to the previous track if I mess up and need to go back or something. And then all of these up here, actually just these four, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4. I have some other samples that I'm triggering with a different plugin, which is basically a sampler plugin that I have some percussion sounds on right here. So this pad is actually doing two jobs. It's working the DAW. Let me show you what I can do here. Here's me advancing through tracks. I go back. I can play. Not really gonna hear much, but right now, because it's just going through the headphones. But yeah, so this is really cool. The goal here is I'm doing the backing tracks and everything through the laptop, and the drum sounds, and basically everything is being controlled via our DAW. This is what the DAW is called, the DAW is called our DAW. And I don't have to touch it. Like, everything's going to be controlled from the drums themselves. And the amazing thing is, I even tested this, I'm able to stream from this same laptop. Like, I can actually run a full 1080p stream through OBS on this same laptop, and it's powerful enough to do that and run all these drum sounds and the backing tracks all at the same time. And a lot of that has to do with how little, resources Linux takes up on a computer. I don't think I would be able to do anything like this on Windows. And I doubt it on Mac too, because both of them just are such resource hogs on computers. But Linux is much more efficient. Of course, this is way more involved on the nerd scale. You have to really dig in and figure out how to do things yourself. And for example, I had to create basically a control script to be able to advance through the tracks on the backing tracks with the drum pad or with the drum cat. The play and stop, I could just map by middle clicking and just tapping the one. But for the advancing and doing exactly what I wanted to do, I had to create a script. It wasn't that hard. It was just like a few lines of code, but still, I had to research and figure that out. Yeah, but I'm super stoked about it. So make sure you come on May 7th, 3:30 p.m. Gonna be playing this kit with some new songs, and hopefully everything will go well and we won't have any issues, but it's looking good. I've been testing everything, and I think the drums are gonna sound really great, and hopefully the whole thing will sound really good. So thanks for watching. See you guys soon.